Hello dudes and babes, DT here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're here for the first time. Today we're jumping into a sneak peek, and this one here is all about the two new legendary cards. The first one here is the log. The log becomes available at the Builder's Workshop, and basically this one here is an awesome card. It removes everything in front of it. One thing you have to remember is that unfortunately I don't believe you can counter a log with a log. So take a look at it. It is a monstrosity. It's a split bottle of rage turned into an innocent tree trunk into the log. Now it seeks revenge by crushing anything in its path. So it targets ground troops and causes 240 in damage. It is really cool, and believe me, when you see it in action you will be awed. Now the next legendary card becomes available at Frozen Peak Arena, and it is one over here, the lumberjack. The lumberjack chops trees by day and hunts the log by night. His bottle of rage spills everywhere when he dies, so you have to remember that once he's out, he will rage up the troops around him. So let's take a look and see what these two look like in the battle. And of course, I'm here with a friend of mine, TheGameHuntah, and he's been kind enough to help me record this footage using Supercell's developers build, which they were really kind to give to all of us, and check it out before it goes live, before the update is live globally. So let's see what both of us are doing over here. So I've mentioned in the first sneak peek that I have been using some of the legendary cards that I actually do not have on my personal account, and it is always such a pleasure. Princess is one of my favorite cards, and here goes the mean dude, you guys. He is really cool. Look at the lumber, and here comes the log. The log removes, look, he's going to cause a bit of a damage to the ice wizard, and unfortunately it wasn't enough to actually eliminate him altogether. So once the lumberjack dies, like I said, he actually releases a bottle of rage around him. So if your troops are behind him or in the vicinity, it is actually quite beneficial. So here we are going forward on the TheGameHuntah's arena tower, and as you already know the outcome of this, I am not going to win. And look at this, he is pushing his way forward. Now I'm going to try to defend the best as I can, and he is using the guards, which is the card that I actually don't use often. Well, A, I don't have it on my personal account because I don't have that card, and B, because I don't get to use it often on Supercell's developers build. So that was log in action there. Really cool, really effective in removing low level troops, and also really effective against the rushing sort of spammer deck. So if somebody is spamming you with goblins and skeleton army and perhaps fire spirits, you can easily remove them by dropping the log, and it'll just completely take him out altogether. So that is really cool. Here we are trying to stop the giant from getting closer and closer to my tower, and look at that, we pushed back the lumberjack, and here TheGameHuntah comes back with another log on my side, and he is going to take down that arena tower of mine just like that. And see, when the rage spills, you really have to have your troops around it to get the full advantage of the rage spill, because otherwise it is really not going to be super effective. So as much as I tried to make my way towards his arena tower, I wasn't able to stop his giant rushes, and therefore he was the one who called the victory in this attack. Now let's finish this off, and let's go ahead and see how I then decided to make a comeback by changing my tactics just a little bit. So with 24 seconds left, he is going to continue on his quest to dominating my side of the arena and trying to bring down all of 3 of my crowns by removing the king tower. So like I said, this was a really cool game. Getting to see the log and the lumberjack in action for the first time was really cool. I was kind of hoping that we were going to be able to have a 3-to-3 attack here, but that wasn't possible because he was really pushing. I was getting a little overwhelmed by all of the troops that he was dropping, and getting to stop multiple giants when he also drops the log, and the log sort of just wipes my troops on its way, was really difficult. And when the lumberjack is done and the rage spell goes off, it is just complete bloodbath. And look at that, he's going to bring home 3 crowns, and I only got 1 on my side. So therefore he's got the victory. Watched TheGameHuntah play, I watched his wisdom, and I tried to learn, and what I did is I actually swapped one of my cards and I brought the guards because I really wanted to see whether or not introducing the guards into the mix is going to make my gameplay more difficult to counter. So I'm dropping my giant right off the bat, right in the back, and then I'm going to back him up with the princess, who of course has got a fantastic range, and he also dropped the princess behind one of his arena towers. So we're kind of almost going even here, except for he drops his guards and then his lumberjack dies and of course releases the rage spell. So here we are, we're throwing logs at each other, there are rage spells happening, and it is just getting crazy. The arena is so very cool. I absolutely cannot wait, and surely do hope that one of these days I will be able to get into that arena on my personal account and get to experience all the cool stuff that comes with it, and of course to get one of the legendaries that comes with this arena. So here I go, I drop my guards right next to my ice wizard, and the guards are really quite cool. What a great card. I wish I had it on my personal account. I currently don't, so one day I'm just hoping and wishing. One thing that I think I would have done differently if I could go back and play this deck again with the TheGameHuntah, I probably would have introduced Valkyrie, because I think Valkyrie will be a really good one to actually counter the lumberjack. Now this is of course me speculating, but just purely based on the speed and observing the lumberjack, I think Valkyrie could be a really good counter, because it is just a little bit faster, causes a really good amount of damage, and of course has really good amount of hit points. So here we go. Let's go ahead 2 times the speed here so we can get to the juicy part. I am going to drop my giant, he's dropping his giants, he's dropping the minion horde, and we're just going into it. I am trying to make my way onto his side of the arena, in the meantime sustain my end and try to hold down there, and here we go. The princess is going to be a dramatic help over here, and now here comes the log, just takes out and knocks out quite a few hit points from the tower every single time it hits it. So with just 7 seconds left, the TheGameHuntah didn't make it in time to knock down my arena tower, and I was victorious. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the sneak peek. I hope you're excited. Hit a like button if you're excited for the sneak peek, and if you enjoyed this video, I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, DT is out.